Well, I was talking to myself again. I forgot to unmute myself. Sometimes that's good, though. Welcome back for part two. I'm really excited. We are going to continue. Did anybody get one of their boxes made? Don't forget the videos. I'm putting them when we're done in a playlist. Hi, Monica, so that you can easily access them. And last night I explained in the video, I've already pre-made this first box. And tonight, so I'll finish up this box, but then you'll do it exactly the same way. Just decide the papers you want to use. So we went ahead and we did the matting on our lid last night. For those who watched, you'll see that on the first video, and I gave all the measurements. And then tonight we need to mat the insides. We need to make our pages. So I want to do the matting first, and I want to show you. I gave the measurements last night. Look at that gold and black together. Isn't it just so pretty? So this will be inside. This will be the outside of box number 2 with the gold. So this one's the red mirror. This is the gold mirror, and then I'm doing the red paper. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Oh, yay, you just finished. Wasn't it fun to create? Now, if you remember the gold paper, so let me turn this over. This is the back of the mirror paper. It is 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. And then your matting is 4 1/8 by 5. 4 1/8 is the width, 5 1/8 is your height. You need to have for your outside 4 pieces and for your inside 4 pieces. I'm doing glitter on the inside because, we need the mirror for the outside down the looking glass. Then when we get inside, it's all glittery and, it's Alice in Wonderland, right? Oh, yeah. You want to make these. These are so fun. And, one thing I was talking to my daughter-in-law. So again, you can make the boxes where they're not attached. But how cute for a teacher's gift at Christmas time. And they're really not hard. So I told her, because her one little boy he's just doing so good. And the teacher and him have such a good rapport. So I have to make one for the teachers. Because there's so many things you can do with this. I could keep telling you. So instead of pages, we can make another box in here and then fill it with goodies. I mean, it's endless what you can do with this project. And I keep thinking, let's make this with it. Let's make this. We can do the stacking boxes. So many things you can do if you don't want to do the pages. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set these. These were the ones we double mat. And again, whatever you use for the back is 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. And oh, that's going to be gorgeous, Cheryl. And then the top is 4 1/8 by 5 1/8, and 4 3/8 by 5 3/8 is your back piece. Okay, we'll get to these in a minute. Those are those little doors. And I need to flip this over because I did put one on. I just kind of wanted to see how they look together, and I liked them. Or you can do your boxes the same. That would be pretty cool too. And I'm working with such a directional paper. We have to remember it's got to go the right direction, which is going to look upside down on the camera. But there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I did get these all prepared so it wouldn't take so long, where it's just the straight matting. And it wasn't any specialty cut. I wanted to just have that completed before I went live so we can make our pages. Those do take a little bit longer. Well, hi. I'm glad you did say hi. Welcome. Yeah, don't stay in the background because come be, craft with us, create. If you're not already subscribe to my channel, please subscribe and let's do some thumbs up. And it's not a kudos thing. when you give myself or the designers or anyone else, you're pushing their video up. So we need to make sure that we're subscribing and thumbs up so that it keeps the video at the top. And I also have created, like I said, a playlist, and I'll add this in after on the explosion boxes. And then join us on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook, because the videos can also be found there and the measurements for cutting. I did put the measurements here in the beginning of the video. So this is the outside of my box. And I am being careful with that mirror paper. Yeah, I usually don't. That one's down. I haven't been a big fan, like I mentioned, of the Alice papers, but this one, oh yeah, we ordered it the minute it became live for retailers. My order was in and it's already sold out. Hi, Julie. It's already sold out at G45. So we've ordered as much in as we could. I do have the single sheets. You'll want to get 2 of each. And hopefully G45 has more being made right now, because they've got a hit on their hands. But there was 2 new ones. I don't know if you've seen the other one. It is a calendar one. And then I'm also going to do a project where we're going to make a calendar. So just so many fun things coming out. Okay, so that will be the outside of my box. Now, when we open the inside, let's go over the measurements. Okay, we already went through the measurements of our double matted paper. One reason to double mat, it gives our walls super lot of strength. I'm using the 80 pounds. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Tiffany. She just posted the Seasons to Celebrate. It would have been gorgeous on the outside too. This is just so pretty. And these are going to be down on the pages. And because it comes up and lays flat, see, I don't want to put my graphics that way. You want it this way. So when you're looking at it, the graphics are right there. I'm going to set these aside for just a moment. We're going to do the flaps. After we get this matting done, we're going to build our pages. Okay, so I chose the gold hearts, because this box, remember, is my gold and black. The other one is red and black. And then I'm going to use the back side. And these need to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now do measure your, and I believe I did put the sizes on Scrapbookers, and I hope it was correct at the beginning of the video. You can order the single sheets. Oh, okay, with the 12 by 12 pack. So mine measured out 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, if you guys see the first video, you'll see the prototype in the Merry and Bright. That's gorgeous too. It was just a hard decision. So you need 8. You need 4 for the front and then 4 from the back, which I'm going to do the solid cardstock side so that I can have room for journaling or photos. And I forgot, I want to do one thing with you before I move on. So I'm going to grab just a piece of white 12 by 12 because I want to show you how to cut. So I want you to look at this white paper and imagine the hearts are on it, okay? Because I forgot, I do want to show you how I cut this. So you can get 4 out of your paper and have a nice big piece left. But remember, pretend the hearts are going up and down. You're going to make your first cut at 4 1/4, and then you'll make another one at 4 1/4. You'll have all that left. Put my white matting back. And then you'll take this and cut it at 5 1/4, and you'll get 2 pieces. And that's how you'll get 2 strips, and then you're going to keep this. I believe this was the piece that will fit our pockets. No, this one wasn't the one. There is one, but that's not it. I'll show you in a minute. So that is how you're going to cut your pattern paper, so that you use one sheet for the top and one sheet for the back, and it cuts down on the waist. That's the only thing about not cutting it in person with you. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and put the outside of our doors on. You need a, oh, you need a close-up of my nails? Oh, okay. Well, I kind of did I wanted Halloween, but I didn't want Halloween. But I did want it's black and sparkly. And then look, can you see my kitties sitting on the moon? These ones are just sparkle. The moon sparkle and the kitty and then the black. And I don't know why I went black. I just really love those of the kitty. I wanted a deep dark green and then the black with the kitty, and she talked me out of it. And the little gal that does my nails, she's little, you guys. She's just out of high school and beauty school. So she's just 18. So I mean she's really little. But she hand paints those. And she's at a salon that my granddaughters go to, and I thought, "Oh." And she paints everything. And for her, you know, an 18-year-old, she just slaps it on there like, oh, this is no big deal. Nothing's too hard. Yes, now back to our regular scheduled programming, but they do go. It's what I love about the younger ones. They don't overthink it. They just do it, and it comes out great. Oh, okay. Nope, it's not upside down. There's no way you can really avoid anything on this because something is going to be upside down, but it's how you're looking at it when you're using your photos. Okay, so now the inside, I didn't ink this. I didn't want to get it too messy. It's the back side. Super nice, super clean. And again, you could, this is what I showed last night. I had made photo mats and then decided not to. But I mean, you can use a white photo mat if you want for photos. So now I'll just save these for something else. And then we'll go ahead and add our black and gold. Yep, Alice. Alice sure does have her upside down moments when she goes down the hole, doesn't she? Okay, now once again, when you're trying to decide, oh my gosh, which way, and if you have graphics and you're trying to figure out, I wouldn't have it go this way. That's upside down. You want it so when the person and when your book opens, something's going to be upside down depending on the angle. But when you're looking straight on, that's how I chose to have uh, my graphics, facing up. And oh, it's getting cold here. It was like 46 all day today. Okay. And also, uh, you don't want to use any magnets in this because our flap does not stay closed. Our flap becomes part of the construction that holds our book together, our box together. So if you are thinking, well, I want a magnet there to hold it down, you've wasted your magnet because it's not going to be used in that manner. I mean, it'll be used for photos, or you can journal back here. Or you just may want to look at the pretty paper. And that's probably what will happen. Okay. So now we'll do the exact same thing here. Again, 4¼ by 5¼ Well, hello, Marguerite. And then that will go right there. And I hope that you guys don't get sick of boxes, because after this one, we have one more. We have to do the other accordion style album on our other size box. The very first one I made. So we have to make our Christmas countdown one in a different shape, a different style. So, oh, 46 sounds lovely. Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't too bad, but it was chilly. So I hope you're not sick of boxes yet, because I'm on a box kick. I do this every once in a while. Well, the only thing you missed, Denise, is we're just doing the matting. So I don't hurry up and catch up and think you have to do the matting. You can go back and watch that and then kind of just move forward here, because in a few minutes we will build our pages. So that's I'm kind of glad that I'm doing this matting for those of you who have just popped in. I haven't done any of the major construction. Our pages are next. And we've just been chitting and chatting, and I've just been explaining the matting. But it's so pretty when it's open. Now wait till the other box is attached and it falls open. And you have the red and the gold and the silver. I think it's going to be just so gorgeous. Okay, this one's here. Put that one there. Oh, and I can't tell you. Tomorrow I have a surprise. And then Friday I have another surprise. And it's a project that I've been working on with a wholesaler. And we get to debut it on Friday. And you guys are going to flip on the class we'll be doing. In fact, you're going to want to be in the scrapbookers group. Of course, I will do it also live on YouTube because I am so excited about it. Oh, you're just absorbing all of the knowledge. Well, I hope it's good knowledge for you. And I'm happy when some glue comes out, then it tells me I have got everything spread around where it belongs. Cheryl, yes, it is. This is what it is all about. How many times did we get up and go to work and just dream that we could stay home and do this? And I would get up at 5 in the morning just to have an hour to scrapbook. And my husband thought I was crazy. But I had to before I go to work. And now I get up and I have to scrapbook because that's all I do now. Yeah, I'm with you, niece. The class I was taking today, whew, she's fast, but she doesn't usually, she's not, she owns the company, so she doesn't teach a lot. And it was kind of like even I couldn't keep up with her. I mean, I was having some trouble. So, man, I was just slapping the temporary tape and I'll go back later because I'm like, she said, well, the video would also be useful. We could use it for you guys. I'm like, no, we can't because they'll throw the book out the window. Nobody can keep up with this. And I'd like to say I'm experienced. I could not keep up. Like I said, temporary glue came out and I just temporary taped it and slapped it down. And so, yes, it can get stressful if you feel like you have to keep up with the instructor. And that's why recordings are so good. Okay, so let's take a quick look with it open. So when it comes up, each side will come up. See, those become the wall. And that's the two boxes I've chosen. And if that does bother you that they're different, then by all means either do them both the same. I think it'd be also cool to do this for the bottom and then, rotate it just using these two in opposites. A lot of fun things you can do. But now I'm just going to put my box aside. And now it's a nice heavy box. And we want to create our pages. So I did post the sizes last night. For two boxes, you need 12 5.5 by 8.5 inch pieces of cardstock. Again, these are 8.5 long and 5.5 wide. So I cut my 12 by 12 first at 8.5, and then I cut it down to 5.5, and you'll get 2 per sheet. And we want 6 per side. So let me grab while you guys are cutting. And I went over this last night, but I want to go over it again just in case you weren't here or maybe didn't notice. So on this box, my Christmas box, they are all the same size. These are our pages. I did them all the same size. Now, so you can see the difference on this one. I've cut them at different widths or different heights, not widths. So you can either leave them all like this, or I'm going to be doing them like this tonight. I just like the kind of graduated look. But I'm going to show you, you can just leave them like this too. Okay, if you have your pages cut, if you have them all cut, we are going to score all 6 or 12. Tonight I'll just do 6. The same way with the cardstock at the 8.5 at the top of our scoreboard. So this long side across the top, you're going to score at 4 1/2. Well, and 1/2. So 1/2, 4 1/2. Then you'll turn. So the 5 1/2 is at the top of your scoreboard and score at 5 1/2 inches. And we're going to do that again. So 5 1/2 at the top, 8 1/2 at the top. We're going to score at 1/2, 4 1/2, and you'll turn and score at 1/2 of an inch. Okay, so I won't do all 6 because I have them done. I did that so I would not mess up. But all 6 of these need to be scored at 1/2, 4 1/2, 1/2. Now cutting is going to be important. So I am going to go slow. And I need to grab my scissors really quick. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. And it's only going to go to the 1/2 inch mark because we scored it in half. So you'll have this 1/2 inch. Now, the best thing that I do to keep my brain straight is I keep this 1/2 inch to my left-hand side, right here. We're going to cut this off. This is our hinge. So do not cut this off. So on the right-hand side, do not cut. Left-hand side, we're going to cut. First thing you want to do is just angle that corner at the top. We got glitter everywhere. Just angle there. Cut along that score line. And I stop at the center score line. Going to fold that backwards. I want to keep it straight. That's my hinge. And do not angle these. Do not angle those. We're going to do this slow like that on all 6. Okay, that's what that's going to now look like. You have a hinge on your left-hand side. We've cut the bottom away, but we left the right hand alone. Okay, we're going to burnish our score line. Now we're going to fold this in half. Use your bone folder and push this over the edge because if you can't push it over the edge, then you're going to have to cut a little bit more off. Because I didn't get, but I don't want to cut any of that off. Why? See, mine's pretty tight here. Pushing my page up. Okay, let's just we're just going to encourage it if yours is going bulky because you don't want it to be, you don't want to pooch. Yeah. I mean, just make sure I cut these at 8.5. Yep, I did. Okay. The front is nice. There's no seams. The back is going to have your seam. The front, no seam. So the back is where we're going to glue this together. So along this bottom, you have to close the pocket. And on the inside, go ahead and put your adhesive. Let's just close that over and seal the pocket. Our hinge, so we've sealed it right here. It's going to go, I'm going to do it backwards and forwards. Now this is where we're going to get into me cutting the pages down. If you want all 6 of yours to be the same length, you're going to leave yours like this, and you'll do all 6 of them like this. Okay, I'm going to do mine graduated, and I'm going to do them graduated by 1/4 inch. So this one needs to stay at 5. This is 5.5 inches. So I'm going to take just one of these, and I'm going to take off 1/4 inch. So this is going to be 5 1/4. If you want the graduated sizes, 5 1/4. Cut this one at 5. Cut this one at 4 3/4. My 1/2 inch is down here at the bottom. I'm taking it from the top. So 4 3/4. 4 1/2. And 4 1/4. So I just took 1/4 from each one in succession there. So you can see how it's graduated, and then the back will be our normal height. That's if you want to. Okay, let's just go ahead and fold these in half. Hinge to my left. Just cut right down the middle of that score line. Fold that back. So you can use this edge as your guide and straight. And we'll fold that 1/4 inch. Like I said, if it's a little tight, just hold this with your hand and just push hard. Don't forget to open that. Okay. Okay, the edge is closed. Now we'll just fold it one way and then the other way. We're breaking the fibers in that little hinge. Okay, we're just going to keep repeating, fold in half and burnish. Are you guys doing okay if you're working with me? Let's make sure first. That will go down nice and neat. Okay, we're halfway there. Now it's just kind of like an assembly line. But I love projects like this. Not that it is super difficult, but it looks super difficult. And those are the fun projects to give, because then people are just in awe of when it opens and what you've done. They're like, wow. And I think those are the fun projects, but you didn't stress and kill yourself over it. Well, I hope not anyway. Okay, we're gonna fold that over one way and then the back way. Okay, almost there. 2 more to go. Line up those tops. Oh, there goes Will Homer. Probably howling at the moon. We only have 1 more to go. Sure, I did. I cut it enough. It didn't look like I cut into the score line enough, but we're good. Yeah, it is a little close, so we'll just. So what I'm going to do, I didn't cut off enough of my score line, so let me just. So it's too long, and I just need to carefully cut it without cutting into my hinge piece. Time for a new blade. Nope, I thought so. I did cut through there. So I have an extra one just for that problem. So let's make another one. Oh, this one I have to cut down. I think this one's my 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, I got too close. So I cut through the hinge part. So yeah, this one I just need to take a 1/4 of an inch off. So it's always good to have that extra one. So that one was just a 1/4 of an inch. But that's pretty good. I only messed up on one. Okay, so it's best to stay there at the top of that, you know, where you did your scoring. I didn't cut enough off. Hi, Sandy. How you doing? Much better. There we go. Much, much better. Okay. Now it's up to you. You can map these before or you can map them after. It's just as easy after. And so we want to grab the box. And also this is where you're going to determine what's the front of your box. Because, well, and not only that, here, do you want your pages to go this way? Do you want them to go that way? They can go either way. I just like to start them so when you open your box, see they're the first, they go this way. So that is just your choice. And if you thought you put them that way and then when you got your box, then you just turned it around. So yeah, it's not, it won't be the end of the world, I promise. But I kind of determined this is the front right here. I'm going to turn this because I need to put these down, and we're going to put these down kind of like if they were a waterfall. And we've already bent our hinge piece back and forth, back and forth. But now I'm going to make sure it's burnished. So what I'm calling the back is where our hinge is. And I like to have the hinge on the outside so that there's nothing to stop. We just have a nice straight shot when we put our cards in. The front is just nice since the front, but our hinge should be facing the front. Okay, just like a waterfall. Now, you can determine where you want this. If you want to measure it, it's about 1/8 of an inch from each on the top matting. You can put it in the center. You can, I mean, it's not, I did not take the time to totally, figure this out so that it was perfectly even in the center. But if you want to wait, and I'll kind of give you the measurements of what mine are, then you can go by those. Because I'm pretty much just eyeballing it. We are going to put strips of paper here, and then we do have to cover the last one the way the hinge is. So if you are leaving them all the same height, that's not all the same height, then you don't have to worry. And you know what? I think I told you wrong. Yeah, hinge needs to go back here to the, so hinge to hinge. I told you wrong. I did mine hinge to hinge. So just kind of hinge in the back, hinge in the back. And then what I did back here is where I put some extra matting on top of this last one. Just like so. Now I have to start with my tallest to my shortest. So let's go ahead and get those in order now. If yours are all the same height, you don't have to do that. Hello. So I'm going to start with my 5.5 inch. It's going to the back. My hinge is to the back where the hinge wrapped around to create our cute little page. And I want the nice finished to the front. So I'm not using the bottom matting. I'm using the top matting. So I'm placing mine at 5/8 of an inch from the edge. Again, I am eyeballing, so that's, you need to see if that's what you want to do. Now our next hinge is to the back, and it's just going to kind of sit right there. Almost so it just kind of tucks a hair under. And then one thing that I do before I burnish it down with the glue, I'm going to lay it down, kind of soft lay down. Whoop, make sure we're lined up on our sides. And that's why I like the glue. Because you have a few seconds that you can move it. Okay. Inch to the back. Again, just tuck it slightly under that last page. Line it up. Oops, it popped up. and it will look shorter. Your hinge looks shorter. It's really not. Maybe just a hair, but we're going to cover that also with strips of paper. I don't know how much you can hear of my crazy dogs in the background, but he's making his bed. Okay, one to go. And you'll do both boxes the same way. The pages here, I'm going to show you how I did the matting. But I'm not going to mat them because I just did them. I won't mat them tonight. I'll have the mat done when we come together on Friday. I don't know. Is anybody else surprised at how quick this came together? Maybe I will mat them. I always feel like we have to go 2 hours. Don't know why. Okay. There's my front. So there's my pages. Now you can also bring them up closer. Again, you can place yours any way you like on here. The only thing is back here, you do have one that shows. So however you choose to cover that up or not cover it up, do we have these pieces left? I have that one left. And you may not want to do the matting there. Add an extra bigger piece. But these guys are 4.5. No, are they 4.5? Yeah, they're 4.5. No, they're 4.25. Let me remeasure quickly. Oh no, they're 4 inches. Boy, I was off. I'm going to cut this at 4 inches and 1. Again, you can leave it. It really doesn't look that bad. You can just put one strip there that covers 1/2 inch. I just put a whole piece down. So I'm going to ink that with my black ink. So mine came out to be 4 inches by 1 inch. Now, we need to cover these guys. And they're going to have to be the gold. That's all it has to be. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4. And I'm missing a page. Oh, I missed a page. Oops. My very last one. Well, let's add him on. I forgot my big one. That's okay. We'll just put a piece of gold on there. And then we'll put something from the ephemera. So that should have gone on first. But that's the beauty of this. Make sure everybody's straight. Oops, wrong way. What am I doing here? Needs to go to the front on this one. So that first one does go that way. And then we'll just glitter right on top of that glue. So actually that turned out looking fine. I don't have to put another piece of paper down. So sometimes accidents are okay. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I thought. So there we go. There's my back tall one. So it pushed it a little further this way, but that's okay. Now here, that's just going to be a really fun place for the ephemera in this collection, because there are some really cute, small ones. And there's some sayings. I think they're on the sticker sheet, and also you've got some sayings, some smaller ones, I believe, that will work in there. But we'll do that on Friday when we go through, and I have time to really go through all this decorations, except I just found one. So that's going right there. It says Adventure Time. That couldn't be more perfect. I am going to pop this up on some foam because we have plenty of space here. The only thing is this won't lay completely flat, so I wouldn't go too crazy and pop it way up. And this came out of that ephemera pack. And if you want it to be more flat, you can just use your sticker sheet. Super cute. Okay, let's cut our little strips. Oh, look at that. It's going to be perfect. Make sure it's 4. On glitter paper, this is the only exception to the rule. You cannot keep scraps unless it's glitter paper, because this makes an absolutely perfect anything. You do have to keep these. Everything else you're going to throw away. That's the only time you'll hear me say that. Okay, so I need 5 that are 3/8 by 4 inches. And 5, 3/8 by 4. Okay. And you may need to cut a little bit off. So that's what we'll do. I don't think it cut anything off. Uh-oh. Okay, last one. Oh, there it is. This Welsh gold is so pretty. I don't know. It has just a deeper tint to it than the regular gold. It really stands out. Okay, my last one over the boo-boo. Now the boo-boo won't even be seen. Completely camouflaged. Okay, so let me show you the red one. Again, I did them all the same. I did the red, and then I just did a solid on the back, more for the photo spots. So this one will go gold. And what we're going to do, though, is we're going to create now. We're going to create the piece that is our bridge. And it's going to be just like we did on the other box, except for we have to cut it 4.5 by 9 instead of 6 by 9, like we did on the boxes. So this one is going to be 4.5 by 9. So I won't mat this part because we're going to connect them together. And then we'll see what time it is after we make the connection. If not, we are going to then finish our box on Friday. That'll give you guys time to get your box built. And then on Friday, if we don't mat the pages tonight, we'll mat them Friday and we'll do our belly band. And that's all there is to our cute little box. Oh, except for, I need to make some tags to go inside. So I'll do those with you tonight with our scraps. So let's go ahead and you're going to want another piece of cardstock. That's 4.5 by 9. And goodness, I don't have a piece of cardstock here. Okay. So first I'm just going to do 4.5. I want to check something. And we're going to make sure. Yeah, you don't want it too big. In fact, I think I'm going to change this to where it maybe sits just on the inside there of the gold. So I'm going to cut it at 4 3/8 by 9. Now see, that goes in the garbage. Okay. 4 3/8 by 9. And we want to score at 4.5. Let's see. Are the boxes made out of? Yes, they are. They're just, Sandy, they're just cardstock. Let me just get over to it was our belly band. Yep, just cardstock. So 1 1/2. We have the 9-inch across the top, 4 1/2, and 7 1/2. Okay, let's fold that in half. and fold over those ends because they need to be up. So we have 2 1.5 inch, and then our center is going to be 3. And I can't remember. You know, I took my other boxes to the, oh no, it's this one's right here. Other to the store. Did I double? No, I did not double mat these because it will be too heavy. So do not double mat. And then we're just going to pick out what we want on the center. Trying to get into, oh my goodness, have I used all the papers? Oh, no, there they are. I put them in my new divider and it's organized now, so I can't find it. And you know what I think would be really cute? These guys in the center. I want to use the black just up on the sides. It has a brocade. And I want this to be on my 3-inch pieces. Don't you think that'll be cute? We're going to go ahead and cut the header off. And we made this 4 3/8. This is 4 3/8 wide. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4. Now, it's going to be directional. We're not going to do it that way. I had to stop and think for a second. For my directional pieces here, let's go ahead and go 2 7/8. That's the problem with directional. And then our length is going to be 4 1/4. I don't want to cut her off in the chair. So let's turn it around. There we go. And I really want her in the chair. And I want the kitty. I'm not going to get the kitty. There we go. Now my sides are 1 1/2. So I will just go 1 3/8. I'm going to use the back side. That saved me a lot of paper. And then we're going to just cut it at 4 1/4. You know, the other night when we were live and I told you my dogs were just going crazy, my husband sent me a picture and he says, "What's going on out here?" I think it was Saturday when I was live. But it was, the kids were doing a, what do you call it? A neighborhood scavenger hunt. And so they were taking pictures of our skeleton out front. And they were sitting on, I mean, they were only like 12, so it was cute. But Homer would not quit barking. I don't know if you guys were on with me live Saturday or watched the video. Okay, so these are going on the side. They're going to be kind of dark, which is fine because I really don't want them to stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah, Sandy, you'll never see me make boxes out of chipboard unless I add the chipboard on top of my cardstock, because I cannot do a chipboard box with construction strips and keep it straight. And I learned many years ago, you can still make a beautiful, nice, strong box with cardstock. And sometimes I will mount my cardstock with my lightweight chipboard in a box. Many of you have seen that in my videos over the years. But I will not create one out of chipboard. It's not something that I'm talented at. All right, let's get our matting on. And I don't mat the back side. You certainly can, but nobody will see it. And you don't want to mat this anyway because we're going to glue it to the board or to the boxes. I'm excited because these are really fun and they come together so quickly. And they're really not stressful. Unless you cut your pattern paper the wrong direction. All righty. Those will be my center. But I think it looks better that way. Yes. Okay, let's re-burnish our score line. So just fold that in half. Once we put this on the box, you can't re-burnish it. And see, that's going to be pretty stiff now that we've added our pattern paper. So let's just do some more burnishing there. Really get those score lines crisp. See, that's to me crisp when they stand up like they're supposed to. And grab your boxes now. The thing is, okay, you got to open your box. You want to make sure where your front is. And to me, the front is my pages all facing forward at me. If you're having them at the side, then you'll go ahead and turn your box to the side. I'm not too worried about my lid placement right now. No, I think that's how I had it, depending on your graphics where you have it. Now, this little guy, he's going to be right in this. He's what's going to connect these two together. So I'll start with the one that's going to be on the left-hand side. We're going to line that up with the matting. And also make sure our graphics are going the correct way. Okay. Putting it right down to the bottom of my matting. So I'm kind of using my matting edges as my placement. We're just going to take our time for a minute. We'll make sure all our corners are down. And you can see by how I'm pushing, it's nice and sturdy. Okay. Check my direction again. Okay, now this one's going to be a little more tricky. I'm going to turn it upside down here. So I'll be able to see, or on its side. I'm using a little extra glue. That's okay this time. There we go. Can you guys see that? Okay, just kind of move your box to wherever you can work it. There we go. Oh, I thought it might have to get, no, I guess it is down. Boy, that stuck fast. Okay. Now, do you think attaching the accordion pieces under the side of the, you know what? It's not that it will pull up. I tried it. It's going to tear. It will tear this. The problem is when I did it, I think I threw it in the garbage. I put it underneath there. You won't want to mat this, but you can put it underneath, but just be prepared. If somebody grabs it, it's going to rip this cover. But you can put it underneath. Yes. Don't do the top. You don't need to mat it if you're going to put this underneath. Okay. I personally don't want to, only because I know, well, see, and I just tore that on there. I knew I needed to add more glue on my glitter. So that's kind of what will happen. It's going to, oh, I used temporary glue. I didn't even glue this one down. Oh my gosh, I used my temporary. All right, so that is one thing to figure. I mean, that you want to keep in mind. Well, I guess I didn't thoroughly glue that piece down. I thought I had, and I didn't. But that's kind of what will happen. And glue your glitter paper. I mean, glue your paper down. Don't use temporary glue. All right. Now, this is the fun part. So you're all saying, so what's the big deal about connecting them together? Well, this is kind of what's the big deal. So when you give your box, oh, and we have to make, honey, I know you don't like him barking. So when you make your box, see, they're all connected together. So this is kind of my red and black side, like we talked about, or you can put it down this way first, however you want. Anyway, you'll be sitting at the coffee table, or you've got it all spread out and you just want to look at it. So you might want to, if you want to match these up better, start down here. To me, I don't care. It adds, I like the variance of it. So that is that part. We just have one other thing to do. Now, these were the vertical pockets on this one. See how they're vertical? And on the Christmas one, I put that darn dog. I am really sorry, you guys. Cut your paper in the dimensions to where it looks like it is under. Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean just take your paper and stop it at the top of there, Sandy? Yeah, you sure could. Um, yeah, that would probably be fine. So what she's wanting to know is, can she just cut the paper, and it will stop here, and then put that on? I believe that's what you're asking. Okay, now on this one, I'm going to do the pockets so they're down here at the bottom. Okay, so let's put this little guy up. And you can also just look at one at a time if you want. You don't have to be looking at them both. So I'm going to make our pockets. The pocket's going to go on the door. Let me use this one. And you're going to measure. So my matting was 4 1/4. I'm going to have my pocket. I don't like it to sit over the edge. It's 2 inches. So then we've determined we need 2 inches by 4 1/4, and I need 4 of those. Oh, there it is. I'm just going to cut this a little bit over 8. And I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4. And I want 4 of them that are 2 inches. Oh, I know. It's because of those. It's our side walls. That's what we'll call those, our side walls. Originally, I didn't do the side walls, and that's when I went back after playing with it that weekend. I'm like, no, we got to put something on here to make this more solid. It has to be solid. Okay, these are 4 by 2 1/4. Now, if you're going to make them vertical, they're going to be 5 1/4 by 2. So if you want to have your vertical, and you're going to round both corners if you rounded your corners. Horizontal down here at the bottom, it's going to be 4 1/4 by 2. And I just need to round the one bottom. These are just tuck pockets. They're not made to have much more than a couple of cut aparts in here or a gift card. I think I cut that a hair short. Yeah, I cut those a hair short. Oh, here we go. That's what these are for. Remember all these scrap ones we had left over? Those are also going to be our tags that go inside of our pockets. Lots of photo space. Okay, so we are just going to glue down the 3 sides. And if you're doing it vertically, you'll glue top, long side, and then the bottom. Whoops, almost put it there. That one, the two shorter ones. This is why I don't make boxes out of all chipboard, because there's no way it would be straight. How on earth did I manage that? Well, we're not cutting new ones. And then we'll do one more thing and we'll mat our little tuck pocket here. Okay, now to mount the pocket, super simple. 1 7/8, and it is 4 1/8. So I want to keep with the. I do want that. I'm going to keep with the black and gold in this one. We'll cut that at 1 7/8 by 4 1/8. That boy. Okay. Before I mess that up, got a good border strip there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, we've got cameras all around this house, so now I'm checking the back door. There's got to be something. Do you guys hear them barking? Nothing like a beagle sitting in the house barking. Now, see, this is where our cute little cards will go. Okay, well, Sandy, since you hear them, I'm sending them to your house. Okay, I like that. Now on here, we'll put some stickers. We'll do some of the embellishing on Friday. Oh, okay. You have a poodle. Then you've got a barker. Well, my beagles, um, Wilbur's gotten better as he's older, but with her, she's not even 2 yet. Ugh. And she's afraid of her shadow. Beagles are boobs. They're not as brave as you think they are. Or no, they're not as brave as they want you to think they are. They're a bunch of boobs. They're just cuddle bunnies. That's all they are. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this is such a fun project. And I'm so glad that you guys wanted to learn how to create it. Okay, we have one more. And then Friday, we'll finish up. I'll have my matting cut. Remember, your pages are 4 inches, so it's going to be 3 7/8. And then you just measure. If you kept them all at 5.5, then you'll go 3 7/8 by 5 3/8 front and back. Where mine are graduated, then I have to just go by the size of my pocket, of course. And then we will show you how to make your tags. Or one way you can make them. You can use dies. You can actually use G45 tags with this in the middle. Okay, so to create your tag, I'm just going to be using all of these wonderful scraps that we have. And so it'll be these guys in the back. And it's 4 inches, so I would go 3 3/4 because you know how it can be tight in there. And where it's 5.5, you can keep. I would keep it at the original ones are 5.5, so I would go 11. Because I want to keep mine for lots of photos. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to score this in half. Oh, well, I think that was probably that piece I was looking for the other day. All right, let's just score this at 5.5. So just score it in half, whatever size. And of course, you don't have to have them double. They can be single. Great place for just your white cardstock for photo mats in the center. And then you'll pop those in the center. Now, if they're too long, because it's going to depend on how you glued it down there at the bottom, you can adjust them. So that one, that is going to be too long. We'll start by taking a 1/2 inch off of both sides. So that's a full inch. And I've already scored it, so you want to take it off of both sides. There we go. You only want about 1/2 inch because of your lid. Any more than 1/2 inch, it could get in the way. So that is what I'm going to be putting in the center of mine, especially on the Christmas box. You want a lot more space for photos. I'll make sure it's straight. And then I'll mat these with all the scraps. We'll pop those in the center. And of course, here, you'll just measure. The best way to measure is to really stick your ruler down in your pocket because it depends on how much of that glue seeped up. So this one's 4. So I'd go probably 8 1/4 and then score it at 4 1/8. so this would be 3 3/4 by 8 1/4 also. And then you can adjust the fit. So that one would be 8. So just measure them, but I like the fit with 3 3/4, and then you can have a 3 by 5 photo. We'll do the matting, which I'll use my pattern paper, all the fun scraps I had left. White will go on the inside and then pattern on the back. I know we got plenty of scraps from both boxes, and we'll just pop those down inside. Don't forget to put your pages back up. That's correct. Close your boxes and put your lids on. And that is, isn't that cool? So fun. And it's just so fun when you see it come together. It wasn't even a stress to design these. I can't explain it. I just had so much fun with them. And when you have fun with the project, then you're excited and you want to make more, which I do. I've made Christmas and I want to make school ones. So twins, babies, anything. How cute is this going to be? So guys, that's where I'm going to leave you until Friday. And Friday then, be ready. We'll make the belly band that goes on these 2 boxes. We'll decorate it up really cute, and we'll finish just with some embellishing on the inside. So have a fabulous holiday, or it's not a holiday, for what's it called? Halloween, if you celebrate Halloween. I'm just knowing I want Halloween done because I'm decorating for Christmas. Yeah, this year. I'm going to just enjoy it, decorate it, and get it over with. And but I'll see you Friday at 6 p.m. We're going to finish this box up. Then next week, we're going to start on the other box that has the accordion pages for the Christmas. So like I said, I hope you don't get sick of my boxes, but we got more coming. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful next 2 days and get caught up. Hopefully you'll have your boxes made because I want to see them. And also join us on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations so that you can show us your box. We'd love to see it. And also I'll post the measurements for your belly band, but all you're going to want for that belly band on Friday, and you're going to use these leftovers right here. Let me see. You want did I do? Yeah, I did 3 12 by. Well, you got plenty. Just do 4 12 by 12s because see, it's a pretty good size belly band. It's big. And then actually, I'm going to go through and see if I have any other flowers from this Prima. This was the Prima, the Baker's collection. I think I may have some in a color that will match, but we're going to check and see. If not, we're going to glitter up a bunch of them. So I'll see you guys Friday at 6 o'clock. Happy Halloween and have fun making your boxes. Bye-bye, everybody.